Today, let us explore the underworld of crimes, criminology. Crime, although apparently it is something very bad, but it is a very interesting phenomena. To understand crime and why the people commit crimes, how we can control crimes, what is the management of crimes. So, this study is called criminology. The word criminology is taken from krin, which is a Greek word which means accusation. When we accuse others, for example, you are sitting in your room or you are at your house, your home, so you do whatever you do, so nobody takes care, or nobody has a notice or attention of your action. But once you are associated with others, you are in society, so the people may accuse you of something. Accusation. Why you are doing this thing? You shouldn't do this thing. So the people, they claim their rights on you. So therefrom crime starts. Now man is a social animal. If we don't understand society and the prerequisites of being part of society, then we are misfit. And once we are misfit, so we may have criminal behavior. We may be deviant. Deviant means that we have a path which is not recognized by the family, which is the part of society, or society itself. So we have a lot of relationships in our life. Relationship with God, relationship with society, relationship with state. So in all these parameters of our life, our commitment, our relationship, if it is normal, so everything is all right. But if it is not normal, then there is problem. I worked as magistrate, as subdivisional magistrate for a long time, 5-6 years, and I dealt with crimes. With the cooperation of police department, we were dealing criminals. So crime is a legal matter. Crime is violating law or an established norm of society, which is recognized by each and every member of society. If we do something against law, that is called crime. When we do something against religion, then that is called sin. There is a difference between crime and sin. People, they confuse religion with law. Law is made by a legislature, and it is recognized in a constitution, and then it is penalized by courts, and then police department and administration, they implement decisions of the court. So this whole cycle, that is related to criminology. But in religion we study like sins. And then there is another word which is evil. So evil is more in your nature, that is more morality. When we do something like evil, so it means that it has a bad impact on others. And when we say wise, V-I-C-E, wise, so that is something bad, but its impact is on your own body. Like drinking alcohol, too much drinking alcohol in many societies, it is wise. Drug addiction, smoking, like we are smoking all the times, we are drug addict, tobacco addict. So this addiction is a vice, but it may not be a crime, and it may not be a sin. It may be an evil if it is really inside nature, and then its impact on society. And then there is another word that is called tort. T-O-R-T, tort. So tort is a crime which is usually of not very serious nature and which can be compensated, like encroachment upon like your fundamental right or anything, like somebody a damage, and then that person gives you money or some compensation, and then you are okay, you don't go to a for some serious consequences, and then the state doesn't punish you for that. That was between two persons or your individual right. So then that is called tort. So some minor crimes, those are called torts. So crime which is legal and it has social aspects also, and then sin which is purely in religion. Sometimes people think that why religion is not effective, because the sanctioning authority, that is God, that is between you and God, and sometimes it is not punished in this world, it may be punished after your death. You may get the punishment, but for crime you must get the punishment in this world. So criminology is basically concerned with crimes, why the people commit crimes, and how the world of crimes may be managed, how the deviant behavior like juvenile delinquency, why the young people especially when they commit crimes, so what are the factors why the people commit crimes, and how can we reduce crimes. This management, this whole system, that is called criminology. And it's a very interesting study, because it is here you must need basics of sociology, psychology, philosophy, and other social sciences, even biology. Because in criminology there are different theories. Like positivism claims that why the people commit crimes, because it is because of biology, internal and external factors. And I was watching a movie, and from that time I got much interest in criminology, and the lawyer was telling the judge that if you were in the same circumstances, would you not commit the crime? So the judge said that yes. So then the lawyer said that this criminal, this accused, is criminal because he or she had nothing to do. There was no other way. This was the only way. That's why he committed the crime. So, why, if the person, poverty is the root cause of all evils. If a person is poor, so that poor will go and will commit crime, will steal, will become thief or robber, and then a court of law will punish. So if there is no poverty, the people will not commit crimes. So who is to be blamed? The criminal or the system? And then we have a famous philosophy that ends justify means or means justify ends. If, for example, there is a robber, a thief, and robbing rich people, getting money from rich people and giving it to poor people, it is a good act or bad act. So this thing we study in positivism, that man is the product or woman is the product of circumstances. So there is no criminal in this world. Now in a welfare state like Scandinavian states, Denmark, Finland, and maybe Canada to much extent, the people don't commit crimes because they don't have motives to commit crimes. I'm here for more than 1 year, and I never see like crimes. There are no crime scenes in this society because the people they don't need to commit crimes. So when there is a social welfare state and a developed society, then the people don't commit crimes. Automatically crimes are reduced. So economics, politics, political science, these things have to do with criminology. Now, punishment for a crime. How much should be the punishment according to the crime? For example, if you cut the hand of a thief for $10 and also for $1 million, so we must think over it that why there should be, it should be proportionate. The thing should be proportionate. This is criminology, to think philosophically that what should be the punishment for the crime. Now, if we go in philosophical details, so free will, another philosophy now against this, that everybody has free will. All of us are free to commit crimes or not to commit crimes. We should go adopt legal means to get money or illegal means. We are free to choose. And if you are a determinist, a fatalist, fatalism, determinism, that we are the products of our circumstances, we are bound to do things which are by our biology or by the nature, by the external world, then that is another complicated thing. That why then we punish people? We should not punish people. So this is a philosophical discussion. In psychology, in the rational choice theory, they say that every criminal knows the consequences of the crime. Because every human being has mind, intellect, consciousness. And then that is called symbolic indicationism, that the things are indicated symbolically, that what will be the consequences of this crime. If I commit a crime, so what I will get at a result. So then in that sense, you must be punished. So psychologist, that is the rational choice theory, you choose rationally, because human being is a rational animal. We think over our actions. We don't commit our actions like just in. This is why ignorance is not an excuse in law. I didn't know. This is why I committed this crime. No, that is not a valid excuse. Otherwise, you cannot punish any person, in this world. Everybody should be free. So criminology discusses all these aspects, that why the people commit crimes, and instead of punishing people, why you don't create an environment where the people don't commit crimes. And this is that famous preventive measures. Preventionism is also a part of criminology, that instead of punishing people, we should prevent commitment of committing crimes. And this is, the famous mosquito and malaria formula, that if there is no mosquito, there will be no malaria. So instead of spending, a lot of money on medicines of malaria, you just kill mosquito. So kill the reasons that the people commit crimes. In a country like Pakistan, we must apply this theory, and the environment should be like that. But then another approach is that the people, the deterrence, that they don't commit crimes because of the fear of punishment. If there is no punishment, so then the people will not go on their morality. So ethics and criminology. Is the conscience of the human being is enough to control people? So if spirituality or religion or other institutions become so strong that every person become pious, piety, righteousness, exact and correct action, so then there will be no need of criminology. If there is no crime, so there is no criminology. So if instead of, like for example, some people, they think that a social welfare state is a guarantee of a crime-free environment. So when we talk about sin, that is between you and God. And the opposite of that is virtue. And that is your personal matter. But on the basis of God and human being relationship, you cannot control society. That's why in developed world, they have differentiated between sin and crime. They don't punish you for sins. That is between you and God. For example, adultery. That is a sin in religion. But that is not a crime in law. What is a crime in law? That is forced sex or sex with minor without consent. That is a crime. But in religion, adultery is a big sin. But in law, no, because that is your private life. Law has nothing to do with your personal life, while God controls your personal life also. So this is a philosophical thing. Now, what is the role of one human being and other human being? Like, up to what extent each human being is responsible? In developed world, if a crime is committed, so an individual has no right to intervene. The only thing that they can do, being a citizen of that society, will call police, and then the police will come and they will take care of. For example, in accident, so here the people don't help. They just call police, or police automatically they come, they arrive, and professionally they take care of that scene of crime. If there is an accident because of driving thing, this is not the people who will punish, only the state. And this is why this is the social contract theory of Rousseau, famous social contract theory that we must study in criminology. That this is between state and individual, not between individual and individual, or one citizen and another citizen. This is again a difference between religion and law. The law enforcement agencies are the state representing agencies. In religion, they may tell you, Amar bil Maruf wa Nahy anil Munkar, that this may be the duty, responsibility of each person, each individual. But law controls this situation. This is why in Western world, legal institutions are stronger. People don't commit crimes because of punishment, because of the environment, the developed environment. If there is, the whole place is clean, so you won't throw something there to pollute it. No pollutant, because already the place is clean. If there is a dirty place, then everybody will be throwing dirt. This is why we have, two schools, or many schools in criminology, but one school in criminology, that is Chicago School of Criminology. And they have studied zones in a city. That in one zone of a city, there will be no more crimes, while in another zone, there will be less crimes. For example, in Pakistan, in Bahriya town, there will be less crimes. But if you go to a, Kachi Abadi kind of place, there will be more crimes. And then this is called association. That the young generation especially, they are associated with bad people, and then the crimes rate that increases. So crimes statistics, if you go to a developed place like a defense colony, or any, for example, Islamabad, any sector like E sector, if maybe, so there is a big difference between E sector and I-9, for example. In I-9 there will be more crimes, but in E sector there will be less crimes. So this is Chicago school. There is another school like Italian school, and that is very strange school. There they say according to the skull, your size, your body, it is also involved, your biology, your physiology. A man with a huge body may commit more crimes, and a small innocent, skeleton kind of person may commit less crimes. And a robber, a thief, maybe a personality. And then there are hormones. For example, for aggressive behavior, there are some hormones, and those hormones compel you to commit crimes. And then, some ethnicities may commit more crimes, other ethnicities may commit less crimes. Although these theories are now discouraged in the modern criminology, that your body or your genes or your blood or your hormones is a little controversial, but it has nothing to do your tendency towards commit crimes. But some people, by nature, they are not prone to crimes. And then this is called crime fear, crime phobia. Some people don't commit crimes because they are fearful. They don't enjoy crimes. While some people by proclivity, the word is proclivity. One is propensity and the other is proclivity, tendency, inclination. Some people are inclined, some people are like naughty kind of people, and they want to do some sort of sometime, innocently, and sometimes seriously. They are not happy if they don't commit crimes. So criminology tells you that let the state and society make an environment where the people feel bad not to commit crimes. This is one of the theory and approach in criminology, that the people should feel ashamed. They should be hesitant not to not commit crimes. So this is my introductory lecture on criminology. We will continue. Then we will connect criminology to philosophy, psychology, sociology, political science. Already I referred to these sciences, that these sciences are involved in criminology. In the world of crime, although the crime itself is not a good thing, but to study crimes and the reasons and causes of crime, this is very, very interesting. That why this human being, which is lord of creature, ashraful makhluqat, why a creature like human being, why they commit crime? What the hell? Why? What the problem is there, that instead of having a life without crimes, the people go for crimes? So the reasons, the cause and effect. Crime is an effect, so we should discover the cause why the people commit crimes. And if once the cause is discovered and explored, and you stop the reason, so automatically there will be no crimes. And in the other school, they focus more on punishment, on consequences, that you must punish the people, and that will be a deterrence. And then the people, they won't. For example, there is a blackout, there is no light all of a sudden in a city, and police and other, they can't perform their duties. So at that time, that is the test of human personality, that you are not going to rob other people's houses because of fear of law enforcement, or that is your nature inside, that you maybe you have the opportunity. Like myself, many times there are opportunities of corruption, and I can do corruption without being noticed by anybody, but I don't do it. And sometimes the people will entreat you, they will request you to do something bad, a criminal activity, and you are 100% secure, but still you don't go for a crime. So this human nature, this is a very interesting study. Maybe movies, when you watch movies, so there are so beautiful scenes, and the discussions. One of my hobby, I love like bridges. I go to bridges and I see bridges. I love train stations, and similarly I love the dialogues of lawyers in a court of law, when they talk to each other, when one lawyer talks and then the other lawyer talk. So that conversation with a judge, or between themselves, or with the accused, that is so technical and that is so beautiful, that you enjoy a lot. So when you study criminology from this point of view, you are just watching a movie, then you will be so happy to study criminology. So take interest in the human nature, punishment, law, court, legislature, society, religion. Connect all these things with criminology, then you will enjoy it more. Please ask questions, comments in the criminology and law group, and not on the timeline. And we will be in touch to explore more aspects of legal aspects of criminology, social aspects, political aspect, philosophical aspect, psychological aspect, because criminology has to do with all these sciences, because you are dealing with a human being whose behavior, whose attitude is not normal, that is not recognized by the state, by the court of law, and by the society. So how we should deal with these people, that is criminology. See you. Thank you.